Salute, everybody. Listen, y'all. We got Gigi Adams and CHARISSE Mills' sister. Expose loose cannon, more secrets and loot. Oh my God, this leaked audio. Listen to me, y'all. I need y'all in the poll because we got Gigi Adams and CHARISSE Mills' sister. Okay, Sexy Trini Mills. We have Sexy Trini Mills. I pop out. How she get her sister on the line? So I want everybody to hit the poll. I'm not even going to talk too much on the stream until after Gigi and her CHARISSE Mills' sister speaks. But I need everybody to hit the poll. Who you think is winning this war right now, yo? IBM hoodlum in it too. We got CHARISSE, we got Luce, we got Gigi. Big Gigi. We put a big on her shit. My bad, Gigi. Put a big on her motherfucking shit. I mean, Gigi, cheers. Don't shoot at me, sis. Don't try to, don't do it to me, sis. But yo, Gigi outside. But Gigi got her sister on the same side as her. Ain't that crazy? We got to get to this audio. Everybody drop a like in the building. Everybody subscribe to On Go. Be notified. Be a part of it. Right now, we got to subscribe at a minimum of 1 minute. That's it. I just want to make sure everybody that's writing in the chat is subscribed. That's all. That's why I put it to 1 minute. Some people put it to 5 and 10. I just put it to 1. I just want to make sure y'all all subscribe. And y'all notified when we're dropping new content. Let's get into it. It's a lot to get into. Trust me. You want to watch this. You want to stay for the leaked audios and all of that. She's showing pictures. Yo, Gigi. Shout out to Gigi, bro. Because Gigi's channel is growing because I think people are attracted to her. Maybe people are moved by her words and how she's feeling or whatever the case. But one thing I'm going to tell you why Gigi's channel's moving, okay? It's moving because she's dropping receipts too, bro. She's not just capping and talking. Talking don't get you nowhere in life, bro. She's talking and she's showing proofs. If you believe the proof, then you do. But that's what the hell she's doing. Salute to that.
The craziest thing ever. They knew people weren't going to do their research. They knew people weren't going to look for receipts. They knew people weren't going to go back to the first interview to see the contradictory to the second and the third and the fourth. They changed their story like 4 times. First, she was with them at the PNB Rock when he got killed. Then it was Big U was with him. Then it was he was this person. Man, they changed their story so many times. First, it was he called Nipsey. Then Nipsey called him. Then Big U called him. Like, it was just so much lying going on, but they know that people are lazy, right? We're not going to really go back and look for 2 more episodes to try to find the lies. Nobody's going to do that. So with knowing that, knowing how, us lazy people, we just lazy and we ain't going to go do all that. We just going to sit there and be entertained by the monkeys in the circus. We just going to be entertained by the 2 monkeys. Like, oh, they're tossing bananas and laughing, cool. What else did I want to talk about, y'all? Oh, she said I'm on my lunch break. Okay, y'all, let me get it. But yes, like I said, I think everybody knows that I talked about it before, that I am cool with CHARISSE's sister, CHARISSE Mills. I am cool with her. And I think that you guys, if you go look at episode 1, you do hear me talking to her mother. I have had a conversation with her mother before on Clubhouse with WAC 100, CHARISSE Mills, and Luce Cannon. CHARISSE's sister she had DM'd me one day. I can't remember the exact day she DM'd me, but she DM'd me on Instagram and was saying that she saw one of my interviews through Google, and that's how she had found my Instagram. So she DM'd me and was asking, about if I'm Luce Cannon's wife, because she was actually at the wedding. So let's pull this up, y'all. So this is CHARISSE's mother. This is CHARISSE's sister. I'm not sure who this is. This is CHARISSE's niece. I'm not sure who this is, but this is Crescent, and this is CHARISSE's mother, Charmaine. And this is the sister's daughter. So as you can see, Crescent was at the wedding, the fake wedding that we also showed you guys the videos about. We went over that. She was there. She had no clue either. She had no clue that woman that walked Luce Cannon down the aisle was not his mother. She had no clue about any of that. So she was just as surprised as anything when she talked to me and I told her the whole get down. So she was just as shocked as me. You know what I mean? So let me show you guys this. This is CHARISSE. the sister, the mother at her wedding. Let's see if we can blow this up. I'm not sure what the theme was. I'm assuming it was like Garden of Eden, maybe? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. What y'all think? Is that Garden of Eden theme? I'm trying to see what those are. Are those, what are those? I don't know what that is. Are those flowers? Anyway, not sure what those things are in her dress, but I'm assuming it's some type of like Garden of Eden thing. But anyways, whatever. So let's get another so you guys can see. So there's Charisse, her sister. So anyways, back to what I was saying. I don't know if you guys were on the Clubhouse. So Crescent came forward, and when I was on the Clubhouse, she came forward and she spoke on some things about CHARISSE Mills. So she was explaining how Charisse's mother has been grooming Charisse since she was younger. She got her boobs done when she was 16. So I guess the mother wanted to gear Charisse to, you know, have a certain lifestyle, to, you know, go after certain men with money. And and the mother did admit this. Now, the mother did confirm on live on that podcast that she did get Charisse's boob at 16. She confirmed it. So, now I'm not judging because I don't know, you know, what mother gets their 16-year-old daughter's boobs done. I don't know why you would, you know, because you're not even developed at that age. Your boobs could like totally just pop out at that point. So I don't know why, you know, she would get the boobs done, you know, at 16 is just very young. So not sure why that. So Crescent had said that. Crescent was also explaining how Charisse was with Pleasure P before that. So she had, you know, faked a pregnancy with him, trying to keep him. She was trying to have him, you know, marry her. He would not. So she was basically saying like, this has been a pattern with Charisse. This is not, Loose Cannon wasn't the first married man she went after. She was also messing with a married man from New York named Maurice, which, you know, was, I guess, doing his thing on the side of his wife or whatever. And I guess when he wouldn't leave his wife, you know, Charisse got upset. I do know, I'd have to find it, but I do remember seeing some type of like, Charisse had a couple of restraining orders against people. So it's not like this is the first time she's done this. From what her sister said, Charisse, one thing she wanted the most was a child. Because I know even though she's telling you guys that she's 35, Charisse is actually 41. So as you can imagine, I'm sure, you know, that's her first child. So I'm sure it must be, you know, playing on your strings. But anyways, let's get her sister up here and let's get her up here. Hey, Crescent.
Hey.
How are you, girl?
I am good. How are you, sis?
I'm good, sis. So let's tell the chat who you are.
My name is Crescent Mills.
And who is your sister?
I am CHARISSE Mills' mother's second-born child.
Second-born child. So do you guys have the same mother and father, or?
No, we have the same mother, different fathers.
Different fathers. Okay. And were you guys raised together?
Sadly, most of the time, yes.
So let's just dive right in. Let's just tell them, you know, how did you find me? Like, how did our relationship bloom that far, and what stemmed behind you even looking for me or anything? How did that just go into that real quick?
So me and Charisse was having an argument about my child. Because long story short, at the time, my child was he's 16 at the time, and he was being very disobedient and doing a lot of breaking the laws. And I told Charisse, I said, stay out of it. If he comes to you, send him straight to his mother's house, because his mother didn't tell him to leave the house in the first place. Right?
Right.
Now, because of my history with my sister and them, they are always defiant when it comes to me and my children.
Okay.
So I turned and I said, and if so, when the police come at my house, I'm going to send them to your house to look for him, not my house.
Okay.
Right? 2 minutes later, I get a fucking phone call from not Loose Cannon, talking about who the fuck you threatening. I will shoot you in your face and your baby daddy in the face and your kids in the face. And I said, who the fuck you think you calling? Because he had the right fucking sister, because I ain't pussy.
Wow. So he threatened to shoot you, your baby daddy, and your kids?
And my children in the face. because of me and my sister's argument, right? Because you getting in woman and man argument. Because you have a big pussy between your legs, a big fat pussy between your legs.
Wow.
Right?
Right.
So and then he gonna say, oh, Google me, bitch, you don't know who I am. Now at that time, I have a sense of people. I already know who was fraud, especially when I came to the house over there in Riverdale and see there was a whole woman stuff in the house that I know didn't belong to my sister, and children stuff that I know didn't belong to my sister because my sister had no children at the fucking time. So I knew there was some kind of fraud.
So the Riverside house that we lived in when your sister was at, you went there too.
Yes, I did.
And you saw all of my daughter's crib. You saw the baby stuff and
all the kid stuff.
Wow.
But of course, I'm used to Charisse always dealing with somebody, man. So I'm not even fucking. I wasn't saying nothing. If it wasn't. She was saying that it was his exes, that they're not together no more. Who am I to say no?
Right. Absolutely.
At the time, she didn't say he was a married man, even though she always with somebody married man.
Wow. Okay.
So
after he threatened your kids and all that stuff, and he said, "Google me, bitch," then what happened?
So when I Googled you, I Googled him. Not Luce Cannon's wife came up on TikTok. So then I messaged you. I was like, oh, so this, and at that time, Charisse had already got her ass buzzed by him, right? Mm-hmm. But I was staying out of it at the time because he didn't come to me for no situation. At the time, my mother was mad that I was not getting involved in their situation because I'm like, okay, man is going to man. I don't get in between man and woman in affairs unless it come to me, right?
Right.
So then that's when I saw the beating of you, which my mother kind of had implied to me a few days prior of that fallout between me and them. But she didn't tell me that he had a wife, that he was with a wife, or anything of the sort. He said that she did imply that he beat his wife, or a wife's beater.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
Because she had implied that she had spoke to the wife.
Ah, okay. Right. But your mother confirmed the podcast. She confirmed that we spoke. So you're right.
Oh, she did. Okay, and she confirmed that Charisse as well has always been aware that he was married. Correct?
Yes, she did.
Okay. Well, she's always condoning the bullshit.
Your mother was okay with Charisse being with a married man and not telling Charisse, like, hey, he needs to get a divorce if he wants to be with you. Why is she not pressuring her daughter to make this man get a divorce if they want to be together?
Because she doesn't really want her to be with Cannon. She know Cannon ain't shit.
So let's dive into the beating. Before you contacted me, you said Charisse was already getting her ass whipped. Because I remember your exact words were, "Don't worry, the wife is getting her ass beat too." Tell me a little bit about what happened with that whole situation.
So from my knowledge, from what I was told, they were drunk. They were arguing because apparently every time Cannon starts to drink, he gets abusive, and part of the reason why she had stopped them from drinking, right? Apparently, some night they was at what's that dude? What's that fighter name again with the strip club? What's his name? What's the fighter with the strip club out here? The big strip club. What's his name?
Floyd Mayweather.
Yes.
Okay.
They went to Floyd Mayweather party, and I don't know what transpired there. Cannon wasn't getting the love that he thought he was supposed to be getting love, and I guess because Charisse already had a little no, I don't know if they knew or they actually already slept together or whatever. He got in his feelings, and they went home. First in the car on the way home, he gave her a bomb to shut the fuck up. Right? Boom. They got to the house. While they was in the car, she called my mother. Boom, 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 boom. My mother said she's on her way over there at the time. Boom, my mother comes all the way under that. By the time they're out of the car, Cannon's trying to get in the car, but he's drunk, and Charisse ain't trying to let him go. So they took the key and locked the door so he can't get back in. So basically, whatever happened, they went in the car. He came in the car and he was fighting Charisse for the key.
So you said
He was dragging Charisse by her hair like a mop.
So when you said
my mother was trying to stop him because my mother said she was in such shock at what she was seeing. And he pushed her down.
Okay, hold on. Let me just ask you this: when you said he gave her a boom boom, he had hit her already when he was trying. He had already hit Charisse. He had clocked her in the face, or he had hit her, or were they?
Yeah, he hit her in the car.
Oh, he hit her in the car.
And that's what made her call my mom, and that's what made my mom meet them at the house.
So were they only drunk? Because Luce Cannon has said that he doesn't drink or do drugs. So
he don't drink anymore. He does not drink anymore. Okay. Because Charisse and him used to get too fucked. Because Charisse can't handle her liquor either.
Okay. Okay.
Charisse can't handle her liquor either.
Just alcohol, just straight alcohol, and they got belligerent.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, and that was the situation with my mother and my sister. Now, at the time, my sister had ran back to Luce Cannon. Right? She went to my mother. My mother had got rid of her whole house, talk about she don't want to be there. She don't feel safe because of Cannon, all kinds of shit. I don't know what kind of ex-drug dealer you are. You scared of Luce Cannon, but whatever. So she moved from where she was at, and Charisse went back to Cannon.
So after this, when your mom came to the house and she got involved, there was from what I understand from your mother, Luce Cannon pushed your mother because she got in between the two, or did he?
Yeah, she pushed her down. And that I'm not gonna lie. My mother's dragging that shit to the end of the earth. How he hit her. Granted, he should never pushed her, but I don't think he did it purposely. It was just in the midst of the fight. He meant to fuck up his girlfriend though. He ain't meant to fuck up her mother though.
Got you. Okay. And
so that's when my mother had got mad at me because I was like, I don't think he meant to hit you on purpose, Ma. But
were the police called?
So that's what that happened. That's when she got her ass bust. The first time that I known. But I knew what happened before that is my why my mother started telling me to stop sending my daughter over there is my children my daughter started coming back and saying what was happening in the house there by Charisse. How my mother had to confront her for putting her hands on him, for him putting her hands on Charisse. And my daughter witnessed the confrontation of the talk, and my son as well, and came back and told me.
Okay, I got you. So it continued after that situation with the alcohol at the Floyd Mayweather thing. He was still beating on her after that, and your mother was talking about it, and your kids overheard and came back and told you.
Well, I don't think he. That was before the major fight. That was before the major fight where he knocked her down.
So he was doing some beating, strangling, whatever, putting his hands on her, let's just say, and then the major fight happened. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Was he arrested for that fight? Was that the one where we pull up at where he was arrested for that?
Yes, he was arrested from my knowledge, and I think that was part of the reason why they did the fake wedding.
Now you were at that wedding.
Yes, I was, because at the time I thought it was real.
Wow. Okay. And they also said that they were pregnant with twins at that wedding, correct?
Yes, they was. Yes, I believe they was, because that's when she started getting big as a house.
Okay. And then your sister had came out with something, and I think she said she had PCOS. I believe it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So, for my knowledge, my sister has never had PCOS. Now all of a sudden, she has PCOS. So, from my knowledge, from what she told me, she only had that RA blood negative stuff. That RA blood negative thing that made her abort the babies, right?
Have miscarriages.
Right.
Okay. So,
but I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is, because she had an official abortion under my name in New York.
Wait. Hold on. She had an abortion under your name? I just want to make sure I heard that correctly. You said she had an abortion under your name? Hold on, I think we lost her. I can hear her driving. Okay, so hopefully she'll come back, but you know, that's sad either way. You know, so sorry if that's true. Like I said, I don't know, but Charisse, either way, as a woman, that's just sad about whether it's PCOS, whatever it is, that's a horrible thing. And I did hear she went through IVF. I went through IVF, not for those reasons, but that's very sad. And for Cannon to be beating on her, you know, or hitting her, tossing her, you know, I'm never going to, even though Charisse did it to me and was, you know, laughing at him beating me, I'm never going to laugh at a woman getting beat on. I'm just not going to do that. And my heart goes out to you for that. Hopefully we can get Crescent back on. I know she's working, she's driving. She took the time to come on to share a little insight of her relationship. Because as I told you guys, I don't like to speak on things. I don't know Charisse from a can of paint. I don't want to speak on anything about her life that I don't know. So that's why I wanted to bring her on, so you guys can hear it from her own, you know, sister's mouth, anything about her. Because like I said, I don't know anything about Charisse at all. But yeah, I hopefully we can get her back on. If not, like I said, today, I definitely will bring her back on so we can finish the conversation. I know she's working, so she might have had some technical difficulties, but at least we know now, like I said, I showed you guys the abuse charge for, so the police were only called once because I can only find one domestic violence thing from Loose Cannon, which I shared with you guys already. But clearly, as we could hear from the sister, from her children that have told her, it had been happening. And the same with me. And like I said, this is the man that people are giving a platform to, which is insane to me. This is a man that continuously calls in no jumper, and everybody's laughing and all that stuff. Let's just think about that, and let's set aside even all the things Charisse is doing to my child. No woman deserves to go through that. You know what I'm saying? No woman. We should not be celebrating no man who beats on women. And this is public record. Again, if you go look up his name, I've showed a couple of, I haven't showed all of them. I'm definitely going to bring those all up on the episode so we can go down the pipeline of abuse from many different women, not just me, not just Charisse, many different women, including children. I want you guys to see who we're glorifying here. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to know who you're taking phone calls from and who we're laughing at and thinking that's fun. This is not the type of person that we should be giving any type of platform to. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, because if it was your daughter, mother, sister, aunt, it wouldn't be funny. Everybody be ready to attack this man. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because as a community, men, women, anybody needs to come together to be like, why are we not about to listen to this man beater? And as I said before, this is public record. Everybody knows his name. You can literally go to any county, Las Vegas, Riverside, San Bernardino, and look up Tremaine Ashley Williams. Go under any family court of those three and look at his record yourself and see how many pop up. It's disturbing. So I didn't even know about all the ones that when I started to do my own research, which goes back to, like I said, a lesson I learned is when you with somebody, do your research, because you don't never know who you're going to be with. You don't never know, which is a lot of the reason, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, Loose Cannon gets away with a lot of the stuff that he does because us as people, we don't do our research. We don't care. We can have Jeffrey Dahmer come out here and we over here giving him a platform and applauding him. He over there chopping up bodies and chopping up women and children and doing his thing. And we over here acting like this nigga's God. But this is who the concubines are coming out talking about loyalty to and all that stuff. Like, you have chill. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, come on now. Man, we got to do better. People do better. But anyways, like I said, we're definitely going to touch more on that on the episodes. Please share, like, subscribe. We are going live again later tonight. I'm hoping that I can get her back on just to touch on a couple of more things. Like I said, me and Charisse's sister have a very close relationship. She calls and checks on Legacy all the time. Since the day that she DM'd me, she has not let up. So in place of Charisse and Loose Cannon, Charisse's sister has bought Legacy Christmas gifts. She has bought her birthday gifts. Oh, hold on. She's back, y'all. Hey, we got disconnected really quick. Sorry about that.
Yes, sorry. You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good. So just go ahead.
Just quickly on what you were saying there too, right? how she's there promoting a woman getting their ass beat. Not you go. Didn't she go on One More Chance and go for sympathy, saying how Pleasure P beat her ass? Because that's her thing that she's going around saying that Pleasure P beat her ass and that he beat out a baby out of her.
Wow. 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 Okay.
So how if you're so called a girl who is a survivor of domestic violence, how dare you glorify somebody else getting their ass bust?
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. You know, I didn't understand why she was laughing at me being abused by Cannon. I don't know, especially like you said, if you're going through it yourself, I really didn't get the purpose of that. And I'm assuming it's because of the truth. Now, I did want to jump in really quick. You said that she had an abortion in your name. How do you go about doing that?
So one day, she said it had something to do with my mom, right? She called and asked me for my social, right? She went down to abortion. It's easy to use once you have Medicaid. It's easy to once you say I got my social and my date of birth and the name to use that as an emergency abortion if you don't have your Medicaid card. So what my girl did was she asked me for my social, not knowing what the fuck. Now at this time I'm 17. Okay, never had a baby in my belly a day yet.
Okay.
She called me and asked me for my social, right? And I'm saying it had to do something to do with mom. So I was like, whatever. Okay, no problem. Boom. Right?
Right.
Then I guess she probably not sure how medical work at that time because she was young, but I was already starting my practicing in the medical field as doing my medical billing and coding. But once you have insurance and then any doctor office bills an insurance for any kind of procedure, you're going to get an explanation of benefits for that procedure.
Got you. Okay.
And of course, who else is going to get that? Because it's my Medicaid in my name, because at the time I was living on my own at 17. Right?
Right.
So who else got the explanation of benefits?
Right. Wow. That's crazy. That's insane. So let me ask you a question. What is your relationship like right now with your sister and your mother?
Oh, I have nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them. I wouldn't wish that because I that's not the way of God, and I won't disrespect.
Listen. If you are here listening to this stream right here, it's a lot being said on this stream. It's a lot being said on the stream, yo. I'm gonna say that. All right, this is her sister speaking, so I don't have to come and say like it's allegedly to me, but she's saying a lot to a point that I want to say allegedly on my channel. I just want to say allegedly all these things until we start figuring out what the hell going on with all this stuff. I want everybody to hit the poll though. Everybody drop a like. Salute to you if you're here right now. All right, I swear to God, man. Salute to you if you're here right now. All right, I need everybody to drop a like, everybody to subscribe to the channel, and everybody to hit notified right now and put the notifications to all right? Because YouTube been knocking y'all notifications off that. So I need y'all to make sure it's on all. And if you're not getting my notifications, all right, unsubscribe and subscribe back. It's a lot being said, and she's about to say more.
Respect my mother. I will tell the truth about my mother, but I won't disrespect my mother. But I will not deal with them ever again. After you side with a nigga that's not even yours, who threatened your niece and nephew, you have lost your cotton picking motherfucking mind, first of all, and you are such a fucking fraud. And then you have all these people on here so foolish. Because real Trinidadians says, no, yeah, you're born in Trinidad, but you're not a real Trinidadian. How you talk using fucking Jamaican patois and calling it Trinidadian language? That's how much of a fraud you is. I born in America, but went to school and is a Trinidad citizen, and I can tell you your own anthem before fucking you. That is how much of a. And tell me how me and you was born in 1988 if we come from the same pussy?
Yeah.
If we come from the same pussy, how we born? And we definitely not no fucking twins. How we born in 1988? Tell me this.
I don't know. And let me ask you this. I know that your mother, and I hate to bring this up, but your mother and Charisse have both came on and said that you were jealous of Charisse because she looks better than you and that you're delusional and crazy. Why do you think your mother would get on a public platform and say that about her own child?
Because she's queen makeup body.
So because you're natural, never had any work done, nothing like that, it feels like you're less than her.
But mind you, I don't fucking look. I look hella fucking good. There's nothing Charisse had that I don't fucking had except for my own man. Sorry, I've always had my own man. Sorry, I don't share those things.
Right. Of course. So do you think that you will ever pack? Because I know that I know now you told me not to, but I've always tried to, get you to mend the relationship with your sister and your mother. Do you think you ever will? I know you tell me no, but will you ever try, or you think you will ever have a relationship with them ever, even after he has threatened to kill your shoot your children in the face, and do you think that you guys can somehow work past that?
No, no. For the simple fact of, baby, you have to take accountability first. And you would never take accountability because that's what they do. They never take accountability. As they did on the Clubhouse and said, I have mental issues and crazy because I'm airing out your truth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, they're saying the same thing about me.
So tell me who's really crazy if what I'm saying is truth, and then you turn around and admit that, yeah, it's really true. So who really 730 out here?
No, for real. Because now she's saying that they're not married and who cares? And now she's telling some truth. But now her new narrative is I'm obsessed with her and blah, blah, blah. And they just keep creating these narratives because now I think people are actually starting to see them for who they really are.
So that's the problem, baby. It's a difference between not taking a disrespect and standing up for your shit, the shit that you did to people, over being obsessed.
Absolutely.
Okay? Because if people was obsessed, people would have been at your crib already.
Amen.
Because before you moved out, remember, one more chance, aired out your motherfucking shit already.
Oof. Nasty.
So if you was really somebody of importance, they would have been at your doorstep already.
You're right. Bomba clot. Somebody said that in the chat.
That's Jamaican. That's Jamaican.
Somebody said that in the chat. There must be some Jamaicans in the chat. They must have in here. Okay, so yeah, so I'm sad, like I said, sad to hear this, sad to see that, but you know what I'm saying? Too bad that she couldn't have your morals and values. It would have been a blessing for Legacy to have a relationship with her father and a woman of your morals and values, but she gained a new auntie, so it is all good.
At the end of the day, Legacy is my. At the end of the day, my nephew is my nephew. At the end of the day, blood is blood, and I'm not begging for him, but I do wish blessings for him. So, Legacy is his sister. So Legacy is definitely my niece, no matter fucking what.
There you go. Amen. And
I'm not like you. I don't threaten people's children.
Right. No, absolutely. No, you haven't. And I told the chat, like I said, you have stepped up in place of Loose Cannon and Charisse. You have bought Legacy birthday gifts on birthdays, Christmases. You have sent presents. You send presents just randomly. You have sent her money to go buy her little thing. So you have definitely been an amazing aunt. I will tell the whole platform. She has definitely stepped up in place of Loose Cannon. Like I said, when Christmas comes, she bought Legacy gifts. When her birthday comes, she bought Legacy gifts. Like I said, she has stepped up in place. So like I said, Legacy is not missing out on anything. There are people who have good morals and values and who have stepped up in place. So, but I want to thank you so much, and I want to take up too much of your time. I know you at work. I really, really appreciate you coming on, and I love you, sis, and I will talk to you later.
Love you too. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye. All right, y'all. So y'all heard it. That's Chris, you heard it from her mouth. You know what I'm saying? The situation between her and her sister. Kind of get a little insight. I do want to share this real quick before I jump off. Somebody has said, I see Miss Mills had posted this about me. So at this point, this is what she's saying. I guess she just posted this. A member sent this. At this point, I'm tired of this girl slandering my name. It's giving obsessed. She acts like she got footage from my, can y'all read? Let me see. She acts like she got footage from my OnlyFans when in fact she took it from some show I did. Stop hacking our iCloud and taking things off our phone. Okay, so let's address this really quick before I jump off. Charisse, I know she's not the brightest bulb in the tanning bed, but sweetie, I didn't take anything off your phone, your iCloud. I don't know you from a can of paint. I don't even know your phone number. I've never spoke to you. Go ahead and take that to the police. Go ahead and see if my number ever touched your phone or ever touched anything. So let's not create this narrative. I don't know your iClouds. But again, my husband, who has been proven all over the world, he's my legal husband. We were on the same iClouds, okay? He did not know you when we were together. You were a poot in the wind. You were too busy chasing Real Chance of Love, trying to suck on his, balls. So nobody knows you, sweetie. I don't know anything about your iCloud or whatever, but my husband, my legal husband, was on my iCloud. So anything that he posted, let's get this through your, I know you had a lot of work done. I know your teeth are fake, and I don't know if that's, over time it's rotting and getting to your brain, so you're not comprehending, but let's get this straight, okay? Anything that is my husband's, bitch, is half mine. Let's get that clear. And and maybe Charisse, you need to tune in, subscribe, so you can log in. Don't shit move until I sign shit. Get that through your head. Ain't nothing moving till I sign it. So until I sign those divorce papers, get this through your dome, girl. I am still his legal wife, okay? Now, when I tried to sign them, you was going around telling everybody I was crazy and we weren't married. So now, bitch, you on my time. I'll sign them whenever the fuck I get ready. How about that? How about that? Okay? Just like you said, you've been saying, you and him lying, saying I'm crazy, saying the daughter wasn't his. Everybody heard me begging for him to just sign the papers when I first filed for the divorce. Bitch, you don't run me. You run your bitch. You run Cannon, not me. Like I said, don't shit move till I sign shit. Just know that. You my side bitch. Okay? Get that clear. You're my side bitch. Okay? Thank you. Anyways, we're not going to give that any more time. I just wanted to get that through her head so she could understand this. Listen, I begged for a divorce. As you guys see, I showed it May 15th, 2022. They were saying he wasn't married, wasn't going to court. They dragged it out. Like I said, go Google it. In California, 6 months, you have to wait to even do anything. If you don't agree, I wanted Cannon to come to an agreement so we didn't have to wait right after the 6 months, we can just sign it. He didn't want to do that. They were saying I'm a liar, I'm crazy, all this stuff. Now you think that you gonna run me like you run that nigga? I'm big Gigi, bitch. I run my own program. Don't nobody control Gigi but God, okay? Let's get this straight. So now you on my time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all on my time. So until I sign that divorce, you my side bitch. You my mistress. Okay? Let's get this straight real quick. You just doing the work. That's why I put you in that position. So you can suck his dick. You get what I'm saying? So I don't got to. You work for me. Let's get that straight, okay? You my employee. Now, carrying on, we don't want to give this person any more attention because she's delusional and crazy. But y'all go run tell that. Please let her know everything I said, since people like to, or she's stalking me. I don't know who's stalking me because I damn sure am checking for her. So I don't know who's telling her what I said. But it's not a secret. Charisse, please share, like, subscribe. Everybody share, like, subscribe, share this video. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Charisse thinks she's relevant. She thinks she can turn up. She turns up on niggas. You know what I'm saying? She talking all that big shit to Munchie B, to Spider-Loc, to Wax, all this stuff, nigga. I'm a bitch. You can get with me. Please don't let the way I speak fool you guys. Please don't. I am a very respectful woman. I know my place. But just know, bitch, I'm about that life. Charisse, you should already know from the hospital incident, which you already know he got a warrant for, so we still got to go to court. You the one who got the restraining order against me, as you stated, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't get a restraining order on you. I didn't call the police on you. I didn't go to where you were. Bitch, you trying to be me. I gave you my position. Again, you work for me. So let's not go there, okay? Let's not go there. So, like I said, hey, everybody, share, like, subscribe. Big Gigi, Bitter Betty, Jelly Shelly, whatever the fuck you want to call me. All I know is, though, like I said, sincerely, bitch, your wife. I'm out, y'all. See y'all later tonight. I'm going live again. Y'all, put them notifications on. Put them notifications on. Share, like, subscribe. Run this shit up. Run this shit all the way up. Boom. Checkmate.
Jesus freaking Christ, bro. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I swear to God, son. I swear to God, son. Yo, sometimes in life, yo, we just got to see in life and just sometimes do the right thing sometimes in life. Because if this is all about just signing the papers or whatever it came to be from the very beginning, y'all, look at what has transpired. Because I'm over here listening to this shit. I got goosebumps, all kind of shit. The girl going crazy on this shit. Do you hear what I'm saying to you, y'all? This is crazy. This woman has a fucking talent. And she talking about she don't want to do YouTube. The woman meant to fucking do internet the world. What the fuck are you talking about? She talking about she got a business. What are you talking about? Nah, son. That was wild. Yo. Straight, son. That was crazy. That was crazy. Not even gonna hold you. She went. She said, you work for me. I put you in the position. Do you get it? Do you get that? You work for me? Nah, son. Big Gigi? Nah, she's wildin'. She's wildin', son. That's Little Kim. When Peter Piper pecked them, I dust them off like pledge. Hit hard like sledgehammer. Bitch with that platinum glamour. I am a... Chill, my nigga. Shout out to Lil Kim, man. I don't care what y'all talking about. I seen somebody posting a picture. I don't care what you think about Lil Kim, man. Lil Kim's still that bitch, man. Lil Kim is still Lil Kim, man. She got the heart of Lil Kim in that chest, bro. Care what she did to the breast. She got the heart of Lil Kim in that chest. Nah, on a serious note, though, because it's all serious, bro. It's all serious, man. That was crazy. Damn. Shit, I want to know what y'all thinking about that, bro. For real. What do y'all think? Let me salute to some people. I just been discombobulated about that, man. That was crazy. Not even going to hold you. I ain't even know what to say, bro. Straight. Shout out Chris Nicole in the building. Me 2 times. Shout out to you too, Queen. And salute to you. I appreciate you. That was crazy, though. That was crazy. That was nah. I can't even. I don't know what to say, yo. Got me stuck, bro. Straight. Got me stuck.